Today, we will be learning about a revolutionary event that set the building blocks for what our nation is today, the March on Washington. The March on Washington took place 30 years ago on August 28, 1963. Many different religious and political organizations came together, despite their differences, to speak out against the inequalities, injustices, and harmful policies that were being used against people of color. The March on Washington is also known for one of the most famous speeches given in our nation's history, Dr. Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was starting to come into his own as a leader of the civil rights movement, but this speech pushed him into an American legend we know today. His "I Have a Dream" speech is the perfect example of everything the March on Washington stood for and represented to this nation.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was not the only speaker at the event that day. There were other prominent figures during that time that spoke and are still well known today. Reverend Jesse Jackson also spoke at the March on Washington. He is the leader of the Rainbow Coalition today, which still continues Dr. Martin Luther King's vision. Mahalia Jackson also spoke in the March on Washington. She is well-known as the Queen of Gospel Music, and she sung many gospels and hymnals throughout her career. Another well-known figure that spoke at the March on Washington was famous rocker Bob Dylan, who was a very talented, well-respected, and well-known musician for many decades. The March on Washington is an important part of our American history. From what you gathered in this video, you will do research and then analyze why the March on Washington was needed in order to change the values of our nation at the time. You will then summarize the importance of the March on Washington today. Thank you very much.